2, 1, go!
Hi, Pack is also joining us. Welcome. Okay, this is Pokemon Sapphire, and we're gonna try to beat it quickly.
That's the plan, anyway.
First off, we gotta do some character creations, and we want to lock down the name right now.
Yes, and the name that has won for the trainer is Pack.
Oh, he's beautiful.
There you go. The matching red shirt. It's pretty good. So this is Pack. What? And Pack is gonna move to a new town called Little Root. And obviously you do that in the back of a truck. Here we are. So this is generation 3 of the Pokemon series. And it's quite different from Gen 2. This is the first one on the Game Boy Advance, and I'm currently playing using the Game Boy Player on GameCube.
Just withdrew a potion there from his PC.
Yeah.
He'll probably will need that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And this is the any percent category. There aren't any time-saving glitches in this game, so you won't be seeing any glitches here. There are some cool glitches, but just not any that are useful for speedrunning.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah, it's always nice when there are some cool glitches. There's an any percent emerald category, which is like the updated version of Ruby Sapphire, but not in this game.
Nope. So now Pack gets to meet the neighbors, and this is our rival, and it's also why we picked the girl, because we want the rival to be the boy.
Oh, I thought we just did it for the memes, just because Pack's so beautiful.
That too. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the starter Pokemon, and we're actually gonna manipulate it. So in this game, if you have a dead battery in your cartridge, you can just reset the game, and then you'll have the same RNG seed every time. So that's what I'm gonna do here.
Yeah, otherwise it would like call on what the time is basically. It would like, but it can't do that because the internal battery is dead, so it can't keep track of time. So it's very important to have that for speedrunning.
Okay, and then I need to press A on the perfect frame, and this game runs at 60 frames per second. Let's see if I got it first try. Nope. So I'm using Eon Timer. It's like a metronome that helps me press on the right frame. It's very important that you manipulate it because the stats are just so good. A bit late here. 2 frames late is that one.
Yes, this might take a few resets to get, but the resets are pretty short, so this is definitely preferable to the old days where you had to just reset over and over again from the very beginning of the game for stats.
Could be it right here. I'm getting the same one every time. It's alright. We'll get there.
Alright,
One.
that's looking promising. Ooh,
Hasty.
we're looking for a naughty nature here.
So the hasty is like 1 frame off. Well, it's not like 1 frame off, it's actually 1 frame off, but it has, like, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, like if you weren't like doing it for a marathon, what you could do is you could check the stats upon level up instead, and that way you'd be able to tell like whether it's hasty or naughty. Well, I mean, hasty and naughty are pretty similar, but you'll be able to tell what your other ones were.
So yeah, you look at the Buchiana, and if it's female, then that's good. And then you look at 21 HP, which I'm not getting.
Do you have time for some donations while you grind mudkips?
Go ahead.
Alright, we have $10 from Mr. Brood that says, "Good luck, epicdudeguy. Greetings from the BSG community."
Thanks, Brood.
And we got a $5 donation from Tokaloni1. "Good luck on the run, epicdudeguy. Have you tried to go out of bounds in the name menu yet?"
Nice meme, Toka. Being one frame off.
Nice, there we go.
So in runs you would try maximum 3 times until you reset. It's not that hard, but you know, in this setting it's kind of hard. Okay, now we need to lock down the name for Mudkip as well.
Alright, it's locked down and the winner is Boomer.
Boomer.
Shout outs to Boomer.
So yeah, what exactly makes this Mudkip good?
Hey, there's Boomer.
Oh, here he is. We just keep getting people joining us here.
Alright, now we get on our epic adventure. We're still pretty slow, we can only walk. So we're just gonna do that.
Yeah, what are the main stats we're looking for on this Mudkip here? Why do we choose a naughty nature?
Yeah, so this Mudkip is really strong offensively and moderately strong defensively, but yeah, in the speedrun you're looking for that offense, and the naughty nature boosts the attack power, which is physical attacks, and it also has a really high IV in that stat. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like how fast that stat grows per level. So every time you level up, you gain like either 1, 2, or 3 points in that stat, and the higher your IV is, the more points you get. So we have really high IV for most stats, actually. And this is the first rival fight. It's not really... You're not really gonna die that much on this fight, but I saved anyway, because...
Seen it happen, definitely.
Like, he can get a critical hit here, and I'm dead.
Also, let's not forget that tackle is the greatest move in existence.
Yeah.
35 power, 95 accuracy, and it often feels like less than 95 accuracy. It's just, it can let you down really when you really don't need it, want it to. Oh, you pack, you're not too shabby.
So one technique you can do while you're moving around in the overworld is something we call killing turn frames. Every time you turn around from standing still, you would get turn frames, which is like 8 frames of a turning animation. But you can kill those, or like not get them, if you bonk. So optimally you would bonk for 1 frame and then turn right away, and then you save 7 frames. That's what we try to do a lot. Might notice it after this conversation. So now we're gonna get the Pokeballs. Catch all the Pokemons. Okay, it was kind of slow, but... So I bonked into him and then I turned right away. And there you can turn and then open the menu right away and save some frames. It's all about the frames, because you know, Pokemon is such an RNG heavy game. You really want to do the execution as good as possible.
Yeah, and you'll be seeing later. There's a lot of tech when it comes to moving around. Like when we've got the running shoes here. This is going to be this is going to like introduce a new element when we're passing some trainers called, like, we call them spinners. It's where they randomly turn and they can see you if you're bad, basically, and then they can challenge you to a battle. And we want to avoid doing that, and we'll be able to do that by using some movement techniques.
Yeah, so when you run, spinners will notice you. So they will look into the direction that you will be going in. But you can manipulate that to actually avoid them, which we'll be doing later on.
Yeah, we're seeing that in Petalburg Woods, I think, is the first instance.
Yeah. And actually, in this generation, you can skip, or how do I say that? Like, there's no, you shouldn't be hitting optionals, basically. Oh, I should be using Mudslap there.
He kind of trolled you there.
Oh man.
missed one there. Goodness me.
That was my fault. I missed tackle twice.
Yeah, I think we kind of trolled you a bit there because won the speed tie and growled. So
yeah, it's a really annoying fight.
yeah, growl lowers your attack. You would have been able to kill him without that growl, but got a bit unlucky. It's not dead though.
We didn't die. That's good.
Yeah. A lot of these early fights can be really dangerous if you get bad luck.
Yeah.
So like, you can run past that girl and she won't see you because she just looks right and down.
Yeah. But you might have noticed that she turned as soon as I passed her. That's kind of the manipulation. Except for her, it's pointless. But so I'm gonna enter the Pokemon Center and leave right away. Try to remember that.
That's going to be very important.
Yep. Well, if it isn't Pack. So this is our dad. He's a gym leader in this game.
Wait, you have a dad in this game?
Yeah.
Goodness.
And this is Wally, and he's kind of a noob.
But we're an inclusive community, so we're gonna help him out.
Yeah. He's gonna catch his first Pokemon. Very exciting. So now you just do nothing. It's just a cutscene.
Yeah, this battle is not quite scripted. Like the amount of damage that Digzagoon does with tackle can vary, and it can also miss, which I think is slower than actually hitting with tackle. So I think you want to hit twice.
Yeah, it can also actually kill the routes, but that's a really low chance.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it happen outside of the TAS.
But it's pretty cool because it saves like 30 seconds. Like the battle just ends, and it acts as if Wally caught the routes. But it died instead.
Yeah, you can't get criticals on this fight either, so it's all about the damage ranges. Critical hits do 2 times the regular damage, and they also ignore defense boost from the Pokemon you're targeting, and attack drops from the Pokemon that's using the move. We might be seeing a few crits later on.
Yeah.
We'll yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I'm hoping for some interesting crits throughout the run. You're probably not.
Alright, so now that we know how to catch a Pokemon, let's give it a try, shall we?
Okay.
So go here and save.
Wait, I don't think Wally did this.
He definitely did not. So this is another manipulation. I'm gonna try to catch a Wingull. Rip. You can skip that cutscene with the leaves.
Do you have time for some donations?
Yeah.
All right, so we have Peter_OTH saying, only 2 hours to go, sad face. It was a great week, already donated, but could not resist another donation. Just to say, well done and thank you all the staff. runners, and all who watched and donated. Hope we can still get to 100K. See you all next time. Thank you, Peter, for the $75.
We also have a $30 donation from Skadison, who says, "It has been a very entertaining week of speedruns. Thank you all for the hard work."
So why I waited there on the Pokeball screen is to manipulate this catch.
Nice, that was good. Yeah.
It's a 5-frame window, and I listen to the music. Oh, and by the way, we need the name for the bird.
Yep, it's been locked down, and the name of the bird is Robin.
Right?
There's nobody here called Robin, right? That's not a speedrunner reference.
Well, right. That was good.
But yeah, he also when he did the movement, he looked at the movement of the guy earlier, because that tells him how you need to move to encounter that Wingull. Because it just depends on on what frame you start your game after the reset.
Yeah, I figured out the movement for 7 different frames. So what I do is I just mash as fast as possible to go through the intro, and then I usually land in that 7-frame window. And then you just need to learn what movement you need to do. It's just not that easy, but it's alright.
So I saw him do that running thing we were talking about for that bug catcher just in the forest. He ran so that he would look one way, and then he would just stop and walk past him. And if you do that right, I don't know, is there a chance that fails? I know some of them there's a chance fails, but is that
Well,
one?
if you mess it up, then...
Okay, so that one's 100% consistent, so... Oh, here we go,
man,
it
come on,
begins, it begins. Sand
Stop
attack.
missing.
And no!
Yeah, this fight is really annoying, because he spams the sand attack. Or, well, he doesn't spam it, but
Well,
his
he
AI
is spamming
is,
at the moment, definitely.
we
Yeah.
call it bad AI, and that means he just uses a move randomly. And he has tackle, howl, and sand attack.
We haven't taken any damage yet, but this is still really
This is-
scary.
yeah, this is really slow. Did he howl twice?
I'm not sure. He definitely had at least once. He's he's gearing up for a big hit.
So now he needs 3 hits to kill me. I just...
Jeez, it's always scary when he
That's
does
still
this.
3
And
hits.
it's like,
I just
when's
need to-
he gonna pull the trigger?
need to hit him once. Oh my god.
He did tackle once, but he missed, so that was nice.
Alright.
Okay, we took no damage. That could have gone a lot worse.
Clapping for RNG. Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. Like, it's not bad routing or whatever. It's just you don't have any options.
Yeah,
Just-
besides like leveling up, that's slow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
But usually it doesn't go as bad as this one.
But you didn't die.
Yeah, that's very nice. So here's another spinner manipulation. So you run to the tile that's diagonally below them, and then they look down, and then I stop running and walk up past them, and that's safe, because when you do that, they're stuck for 32 frames, and one tile of walking is 16 frames. So they have no chance of turning.
Those twins he passed, it's worth noting that this strat would not work in Emerald where you catch the Wingull, because if you passed those in Emerald, they would just see you and fight you in a double battle. This was a new mechanic introduced in this generation where it's like 2-on-2 battles.
And here you have to actually talk to them to fight them.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And this is where Wingull gets his moment of stardom. So we're gonna swap into him. Swap into Robin right here.
Robin, go! You can do it.
Because Robin here actually has a water gun. Wait, he did? That was a 1 in 16.
Oh, that's good.
And water gun does a lot of damage. And goodbye, Robin. So because
good
it
job,
does so
Robin.
much damage, Boomer here can finish him off with Mud Slap.
If you didn't do that,
No,
Mudslap...
that was
Oh, did it
also a
not
1 in
do-
16.
Oh my goodness.
Like
usually
Wingull,
that's just one. Yeah, usually that's just like one.
That's
You
okay.
KO it in one run slap. But how many Mudslaps does it normally take? Like
Normally it's like 5.
5,
And
is
then
it?
when you use Mud Slap, you start out, like it lowers the accuracy, and every time you get that animation, it's really slow.
Yeah.
And the Wingull strat saves more than 20 seconds.
And you know,
because of
Geodude
that.
can also do big damage to you with just repeated tackles as well, so you don't have to do as much healing.
And now we learn Water Gun, so now we can just mow them down.
Yeah. Water gun does 4 times the usual damage on these Geodudes because they're rock and ground.
And when I say stuff like 1 in 16, it's because there's these things called damage ranges. Every time you use a move, there's a base value, and from that it calculates the range of the damage that you actually do, which is from 85% to 100% of that initial base damage. And then every percentage is its own roll, and that's how you get the 16 different rolls. And the maximum damage is always a 1 in 16. So that's sometimes that's relevant. And then there's also crits, which are also 1 in 16.
Lots of 1 in 16s going on here.
So this is Roxanne, first gym. Never guess what Pokemon she leads with.
Oh my goodness.
Cheated. Another one.
So you might think, oh, Roxanne, she's like weak to you, not a problem, but her nose pass is got a lot of special defense, and being only rock type, it takes 2 times usual damage from water instead of 4 times. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. Okay, she usually uses Rock Tomb because you're faster, and now we're slower. Now we're in Torrent.
Oh, nice crit. That's really good.
This is actually really funny because 2 months ago there was another marathon, ESA Germany, and I got the exact same thing.
Wow.
It's really unlikely because, you know.
Yeah, if he hadn't got the critical there, Nosepass would have survived, and Roxanne would have used a potion, and she has 2 potions, so it's possible she could have done that again. So getting a critical there, that's like, we call it a magic crit.
Yeah, we call it the magic crit. I mean, it's good in runs, but in a marathon I'm always ready to explain the whole fight, and then it's just over. Like, okay, well, how was that? Guess that makes up for how long we took to get Mudkip.
Yeah.
So here's this guy again that got robbed earlier. Wait, did he get robbed? Well, now he got robbed. Oh my god, what was that? Okay, so that right there is also part of the running minute, but now I was walking for 2 tiles, which adds up to 32 frames, which is the amount they get stuck by. So that's why I hit the pause there real quick, because she has exactly 1 chance to spin, and if she didn't, then it's safe for me to pass. And if she did spin, I just need to manip her again. So you pulse and you look if she spun or not, and then you go. It's a really cool strat. Because there's another way to manipulate the spinners by just opening the bag. If you do that right in front of them, they're also stuck for 32 frames. But opening the bag is quite slow, so you just do this instead.
So he's finding this guy just as an easy experience. He's gonna want to evolve before the 2nd gym leader, because he's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Oh, Pico! Raw Pico!
Just wanted to read it again.
Yeah, it's like
So,
doing some unintelligible screaming. Like, wait, sorry, what was that?
So did we talk about Torrent or?
We did mention it a little bit, but,
Yeah,
it's really important, so we might as well talk about it a bit more.
Torrent is the ability of Mudkip, and what it does, it powers up water moves by 50% if you're lower than 1/3 of your health.
Well, like if you're at
equal,
1/3,
yeah.
then that works as well.
Equal or lower. So that's really useful in this run. And in most Pokemon speedruns, it's really nice. Because
Yeah.
all the starters have that ability.
Yeah, this was the generation that introduced abilities, and I really think this is the abilities like Torrent are really cool for speedrunning, because it always looks, like you're being a bit risky, being at low HP, but you're just killing things faster.
So I didn't repel yet because I actually need 1 encounter for experience. And yeah, for this section you want to be in Torrent because it'll speed things up. So now we can use Repel, which repels the encounters, as the name suggests. So any encounter that's below your current level will not appear.
Oh, it's Joey. Youngster Joey is just a name that appears everywhere. Most common for his top percentage Rattata in Heart Gold. Full Silver, probably the originals as well.
So now we get just enough experience to evolve. And now I just need to not press B.
Donate $100 now, and I will try and press B.
That's actually like run over. Now we evolve into Marshtomp. And Marshtomp learns Mudshot. And Mudshot is a great move. Because it's 95% accurate.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
But it's actually really strong.
And it always lowers your opponent's speed as well.
Yeah, and that's really useful. Because Marshtomp isn't the fastest Pokemon. It's lowering the speed. Lowering the speed then is really nice. But also Marshtomp, when Mudkip evolved, it gained another typing. So now it's half water, half ground type, which is a really strong combination, and it's especially good for this game, which just works really well.
Yeah, type combination is a massive reason why you pick Mudkip as your starter, because it matches up. Like Torchic being a fire type would not be good against the first gym, so that's out pretty much. And then your type combination just ends up being really good for the third gym as well, because that's an electric type gym. We'll come to that a bit later, but ground type and electric's only weakness is ground. So and the only weakness you have is grass as well. Unfortunately, it's a 4 times weakness, but and that'll come up at one point certainly. But
there aren't many grass Pokemon in this run, so that's really cool. Okay, so now we're gonna do some shopping, which is very important. And if you're wondering, like, Pokemon speedruns, how does that work? The main thing you do is X items. Like setting up is a big part of speedrunning Pokemon games. So that's mainly what we're gonna buy here. Just gonna sell some stuff that I don't need.
yeah, like if you're playing casually, you probably wouldn't use X items, but they're really useful in a speedrun for setting up and being able to beat things with just one Pokemon. Because like if you're playing casually, you'll probably have a team of things, so you don't really need to set up lots of things. You'll just beat them with type coverage, but you can't always do that with, if you only have the one Pokemon. So being able to set up and beat up lots of things with your powered up stats is really, really good.
If there's a good time for donations, let us know.
This is a great time.
This is perfect.
Okay, awesome. We've got a $50 donation from Anonymous saying, "Hope I'm not too late to donate. Greetings from Nore." And then we have Saruvan donating $5 saying, "Hi guys, ESA was a blast this year. Had a lot of fun hosting with Set and doing my run with Giovanni. Come on guys, get some more donations in here. We are almost at 100K. We can do this. Also, little reminder that Sticker Star did nothing wrong and neither did Dream Team."
Oh, by the way, I kind of forgot another donation incentive. Could there be another donation incentive added for a Pokemon we catch really late in the game?
I thought you did that on purpose.
No, I just forgot.
I mentioned it to you earlier. You could have told them. Yeah. The surprise final donation incentive, guys.
Sorry, I'm lazy.
No, it'd be for naming Kyogre.
Oh, So normally you would have the move flash here, so then you can actually see something, but we don't need that. Know exactly where to go. Oh, apparently I don't.
I'll just leave him aside here because because he leaves the cave after you talk to him, and he'd have to walk around you if you talk to him from the top.
Yeah, and we can move faster than him. So I'd rather have, you know, me do more tiles than him. I can escape rope out. Right, and this is where the second gym is.
Yeah, historically, this route used to the route for Pokemon Sapphire. It used to catch an Abra in Granite Cave, and you would use that to teleport around the map, and then you'd actually delay Brawly until later because he's such a pain. But you don't do that anymore because that was pretty darn inconsistent.
Yeah. Yeah, we also didn't use to manipulate for this specific mudkit, so we'd have like worse stats.
Yeah, definitely the better stats help.
This
particularly in
meta
this
type has
case.
detect that it randomly uses, and that's really great.
Yeah, fantastic.
So here the main, or the gym puzzle is like, every time you beat a trainer you can see a bit more. Go up, and save, very important. So Brawley often uses Bulk Up, which boosts attack and defense. And kind of want him to not use it. Oh, that's really good actually. So now I can just two-shot it.
Nice second turn crit.
If it used Bulk Up, I would have to do some other stuff. And this Makuhita, we can actually do too much damage.
That's definitely
That
too
is
much
exactly
damage.
too much damage. So now he's gonna heal. Oh, this is annoying. Okay.
Hopefully you don't miss.
So yeah, it's I think it's a 3 in 16 to do too much damage. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for that range.
Okay.
Just use like arm thrust twice.
And hit 2 to 5 times. We wanted to hit as few times as
Stop.
possible. No! Oh, great.
So yeah, that's why you save. That was unlucky. So the second, or the first mud shot on Makuhita was, yeah, 3 in 16. So really unlucky. Now we just gotta do it again.
Yeah, like you could have gone for the range on Mudshot, but you know that could have missed. And then
And then it's gonna heal again.
with Mudslap, you at least have a chance of him missing because Mudslap drops his accuracy.
So now he used bulk up turn 1.
Amazing.
So I'll do less damage. It's gonna bulk up again. So now I have to mud shot again because it won't do that much. Okay, that shouldn't be healing
It's close. I see.
again.
Okay.
I think this kills though. But I kind of want to take damage. Oh man.
Dang.
I don't know, I think I'm just dead.
Yeah. That's what can happen.
Oh man. It's going
You
great.
can see why the route used to skip this guy and come back to him later. Like you do have a better chance with manipulated stats, but he's still
Yeah.
he's still definitely a big wall.
It's actually, mathematically it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. It's a good move.
5 minutes tops. We've seen his whole moveset now, I think.
Yeah. Wait, no, we haven't seen Lear.
Oh, have we not? Okay.
Okay, so all I need to do is just not do too much damage and don't miss. as well.
Easy, right? And also not having kill you with arm thrust.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
See what he does here.
Okay, that should be fine now.
Just don't miss. Alright, we did it.
Okay.
Very skillfully beaten.
Oh, good job.
First try.
I didn't say anything to the contrary.
But yeah, in runs you wouldn't save in front of gyms. And there's actually a paste bin on the chance of beating everything without dying, and finishing a run without dying is about 3%. So it's really good.
Wow. Yeah, like individually, these fights aren't so bad, but when you
Yeah.
put them all together, it's
It's
not a good time.
This is really loud also. Yeah, I can hear you. That's better. Yes. Yes.
It
Very
has
much.
been added.
All
Alright,
right,
cool.
Get those donations in, guys.
Get donating, guys. So we pick up that revive, not because of safety, but I actually need to use it on Wingo.
Just a bit of story now.
Yeah, so we got in Rustboro, where the first gym was, we got a letter that we brought to Steven, and then now we're gonna bring the Devon goods to this guy. What's his name again?
Captain Stone.
Captain Stern. Right. Sorry, I
You
forgot his name.
read text. It's crazy.
It was right
Press
there. I
buttons.
just didn't read it. Yeah, and this is Captain Stern saving because this fight is not that good.
Like a lot of fights in Sapphire.
It's not like I'm expecting to die, but it's more like I could die.
And if he does die, remember the last sentry took from Petalburg, so
Yeah.
he would go back there.
Because, well, this guy's pretty easy. The next guy has a Zubat that we don't one-shot. And he has Supersonic.
If you'd have taught Rock Tomb, you'd be alright.
Yeah,
The route used to use Rock Tomb as well, but it is a terrible move.
really long time ago.
50 power, 80 accuracy rock type attack is just like, it took them until X and Y for Game Freak to realize, wait a minute, this move's absolute garbage, maybe we should do something about it.
Perfect.
Good stuff. No supersonic.
So yeah, you can miss tackle, and he can use Supersonic regardless. So it's not fun.
Yeah, when you're confused, you have a 50% chance to hit yourself in confusion, and that both wastes a turn and deals damage to your own Pokemon. So if you get locked into a cycle of confusion, that can waste a lot of time and could even kill you.
And these guys, by the way, are Team Aqua. This is their leader, Archie. He's the baddie in this game.
His goal is to expand the sea.
Yeah.
I don't think IGN would approve of that. Too much water already.
Yeah. He got left behind.
Yeah, he gives you Thief if you talk to him, but we don't need that.
Right. I know what to do, don't worry. So now we'll be coming up to the second rival fight, and it's very well known for being a massive run killer. but it's not that bad.
Yeah, these days it's not as bad as it used to be because I think we understand it a little better now.
Yeah. So this is also the main reason why we picked a girl, because the girl would lead Wilmer and Brandon here leads Numal, and Numal is pretty easy to manipulate, because if you're lower than 40 HP, then he will just use tackle all the time, but he also has growl. But we don't want him to use that because we're boosting our attack.
The growl would just be a reset because we only have 3x attacks at this stage and we need them all.
So you set up on him, and you heal. He's gonna tackle once more. And I'm gonna get rid of him, and then Groval gets sent out. And Groval has Absorb, which does a lot of damage, and it also heals him, depending on how much damage he does. But right now we're slower, and he does this move, and then we use a Mud Shot to lower his speed and do damage. And then we're faster, so now we can kill him. And that is the way to beat him. Well, he's not quite beaten yet, but should be fine. He has one more Pokemon. But yeah, that's the main part, because if you miss Mud Shot, you die, and if he crits, you die, so...
And you saw that was only just a 2-shot. That's the soft sand he picked up is really important as well because that boosts your ground type moves by 10%, which doesn't seem like much, but it can really make a difference when it comes to these tight ranges.
Yeah, because that actually, it's guaranteed for this Mudkip.
Okay.
If you have a bit worse Mudkip than like 1 in 16 to this. Okay, so here's our first, well, we usually call them bag manip because you open the bag with, oh, wow. That was not intended.
It's alright, this guy is pretty straightforward.
Rip the no options run.
Sub 2 is dead.
I think Emerald just used a tackle here, right? I actually fight him in Emerald.
They might even just use Mud Slap, I don't even know. Abra's got really bad defense.
Yeah. I was supposed to just stop running and walk up, but I ran for one tile too much.
That's right though, there are much worse spinners to hit, let's just say
fine.
that.
Don't worry about it. So this is where we get... This is our first HM move, right?
Yeah, that's right. You could have picked up Cuss and Flash earlier, but we don't need Cuss or Flash to progress the game. So we just pick up that HM because it's required to smash some rocks in the overworld and progress. And we don't really get any HM slaves outside of Wingull, so we're going to have to teach a bunch of HMs to Marshall. But that's not actually too bad.
Yeah. Because Rock Smash is kind of a bad move, so...
Yeah, Rock Smash is pretty bad, but you don't really... But, I mean, you don't... At the moment, look, if you look at our moveset, we don't really need some of the moves we've got at the moment. We have the space for it, so it's fine. Yeah.
We used to catch a slave for Rock Smash, but then we routed that out because this is faster. And this is also where we get the bike, which is a really interesting component of this run. It's really fast. It moves per tile. It's 4 frames, so it's pretty fast. This is Wally again. He trained his Ralts a bit. Let's see how it does in battle. Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
I thought we were welcoming some newcomers. We just flipping decimate the guy. Just like to point out, just like to take this moment to say that the Pokemon speedrun community is very welcoming, and we would never treat you like we treat Wally.
Oh, saved 2 frames right there. Here's another Metatite. Let's hope we actually get a good one here. because it has bide, which is a really good move because then it can't use detect anymore. It's promising. But
No,
oh wow,
that's pretty unlikely. I think that's
It's
20.
10%,
Is it
that's
10?
10%,
Oh,
yeah.
it's only 10? Wow. I thought it was like
That's all right.
20. Well, at least
we
you
got
didn't hate
through.
yourself.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't realize it was
quite
only
amazing.
10%.
Do you have time for some donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a $25 donation from Zet saying, "Hello ESA, second time attendee, second time runner, first time host. I had a blast at this event, hosting with Ruben and hanging out with my friends. See you all next year."
And we got a $5 donation from Tokaloni1. Hello, Epic Dude. I love you. Greetings from White Cap Guy.
Then we have a $15 donation from Pack, and he says, "This is to name the Kyogre Planks."
It's good.
Okay.
And we got a $10 donation from Fingers to Hand. New incentive, eh? Can we get a third speedrunner's name in?
Yeah, can be whatever you want. Okay, so this is quite good. I want to be at below half HP because the gym leader has a Magnemite which has Supersonic, and if you're lower than half, you manip it into not using it. It's actually it's kind of different for different Pokemon or different AI types. We don't really know for this guy. Like for the Numo, it's really precise. It's like 40 HP, and if you're below that, then you're good. But for this, it's a little bit more random. But yeah, so he has a bunch of other moves as well, like Thunder Shock and what's the other one that paralyzes? Oh wow,
Thunder Wave.
I might be dead here.
Well, but I can't use Thunder Shock or Thunder Wave because
Yeah.
you're ground types, and so you're immune to electric type attacks.
Yeah, so he won't go for those. So he only has basically Sun Boom and Supersonic.
Sonic Boom always does 20 HP of damage.
Yeah, right. So that was unlucky. I missed Nutshot, and well, I still waited for his attack because Sonic Boom also has 95% accuracy.
A lot of great moves in this game.
But after using an X speed, oh by the way, if you use X items, it boosts that stat by 50%. And after X speed, I'm faster than everything that he has. And he's very weak to ground moves, so it's easy fight.
Yeah, this Magnum's on Steel Electric, so it takes 4 times the usual damage.
So that's Watson down. Pretty bad time for Watson.
It's alright. Are we still on for sub 2? Sorry.
Now we get to do some interesting biking. Wow.
That was pretty interesting.
First bonk already. And previously we did the spinner minute by run. And now we're actually gonna do it with the bike, and then we can do it from 2 tiles away. There we go. So we run to the point where I'm 2 tiles away from him, and then I get off the bike and start running. I stop running and get on the bike. And that's actually a safe pass, because it's less than 32 frames. Oh, wow, okay. Well,
Oh, no saving. Here we go, I guess.
this is not great.
Going straight in there. It's alright, it's alright. The game will reward you for your bravery.
Really wanted to save in front of this one, but didn't get to do that. So there's this Roselia, which is a 77% range. And Mudshot has 95% accuracy, so...
Oh, so easy.
Crit, even. Whew. Okay, lucky. Save time for not saving.
Yeah, what about when you move down
Yeah.
on the bike?
I meant to explain that, but
Okay,
kind of
but-
forgot. So, when you're below a trainer, 7 tiles away from them, that's where they get loaded. So, this bike is that fast that you can actually deload them by just going down and then bike straight past them. But that only works if you're below, if you're coming from below. Like, if you come from any other direction, they actually load already now 9 tiles away.
Keep Shockwave, because that's going to be useful much later.
And this is a really big shopping trip because this is where they sell all the good stuff. I think that's quite unique to this gen, where you can only...
They kind of stopped doing this in Generation 4 onwards, but yeah, in this game they they don't sell all these X items in every shop. They just sell them in certain shops. So the shopping route, the shopping route really has to work so that you shop in certain places to get the things you need. Like the X item thing was also that also happened in Gen 2, I think.
Oh, okay.
But in Gen 1, I think you had to go to the department store.
So there I did another one of those. We call them run into bike. So you get off the bike, you run for a bit, and then you get on the bike again to manipulate the spinners. And if you do it perfectly, then he doesn't move at all. So you're like, why did you just do that? But yeah, he spins. So.
Team Magma are the quote-unquote, well, I mean, I don't know about good guys, but they're trying to stop Team Aqua.
Yeah.
And if you were playing Ruby, they would be trying to stop you. And they would have like more ground-type Pokemon to face you.
What is
Those
this
two
Grunt
Team
movement?
Aqua's water types.
Do you have time for some quick donations?
Yep.
We have $10 from Planks. This is so epicdudeguy is able to say, thanks Planks.
Thanks, Blanks.
And we have a $50 donation from Tompa. 7.8 out of 10. Hashtag donation war.
Then we have a $5 donation from Anonymous saying, thank you all for the great runs this year. Can't wait for next ESA. Thank you all.
So now we just went through that route that we were already earlier, after the first gym. But now we can go through because we have Rock Smash. And this guy gives us Strength, which is actually a pretty good move.
Yeah, that's kind of where the route has changed, because with Teleport you would go into the center of Morville and you would just teleport there every once in a while if you needed to go back somewhere. But since you don't have Teleport anymore, we just go this way instead. And we need to come over there anyway for Strength.
We go here again. And because we talked to the Team Aqua guys, now there's a lift that's no longer blocked. So I actually need to go down there a bit more to deload that hiker. His name is Trent. We used to hate him because we used to kind of YOLO him, which was really bad. But yeah, now we just manipulate everything.
Also, when you smash those rocks earlier, you can actually get encounters from them, but luckily he hasn't got any.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
waste time.
Does that still work with Super Repel active?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
I thought that was like part of the reason why we use Super Repel. Doesn't really matter.
Maybe it's different in this gen. In later then, certainly you can get rock smash encounters.
Okay.
If you you have repels up.
It's kind of hard to try because it's such a low percentage.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. You'd have to consider yourself unlucky to get an encounter from a rock.
So now we're gonna beat up some Team Aqua grunts. Pretty easy. These Carvanas actually have the ability Rough Skin, and if you hit them with a contact move, you get some extra text and they do some damage to you because Rough Skin. So that's why I'm using Mud Shot, which is not a contact move. However, it's still a physical move to those who are confused because of later generations. This game doesn't have the physical special split yet. Later on they split that for every move, but here it's just based on what type the move is. And ground is a physical type, so all ground moves are physical, and all water moves are special.
Nice level up move there. Mud sport means that you're more resistant to electric type attacks, but you take no damage from them anyway. So great move.
Yeah, I never really understood those like sport moves.
They do that a bunch for
like water sport,
just
as
for
well.
like flavor reasons, I think.
Maybe in some competitive play.
Competitive Pokemon contests, maybe.
So this is Archie. He's the leader. This is the first time we battle him. And he has a pretty good theme. Let's see if Robin can do some
You can do
stuff.
it, Robin.
So yeah, the Muddiana has Intimidate, which lowers the attack of the
Robin, no.
opposing Pokemon on the turn it's sent out. So that's why we send out Wingull. And then Wingull can also use the guard spec because my XP's because he can use Sand Attack. There it is. And now I'm protected.
A guard spec just means that you can't lower your stats.
Yeah, and it's really nice because Sand Attack is just awful.
Yeah.
That was a lot of damage. Should be able to go for the +2 here, because now it wears off, but now it can heal and he will use Bite, because it can kill.
Dang, you went in with those bites.
You can also go to +1 and then go to +2 on Golbat, but now since we're +2 already, I have to use Tackle, otherwise I do too much damage. That's a good miss.
Yeah, you want to avoid putting these guys in deal range,
Yeah,
because that just wastes time.
so I should be able to strength this as well. I do get some text, but I'd rather get that than die. As much shot can miss, you know. So that was pretty good. It's pretty smooth. And this HP is also good. I kind of want to start setting up a Death Warp. Oh man. Oh man. So yeah, the bike is really fast. Probably bonk. Awful.
It's alright, you didn't hit any optional, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So this place sells you some pretty nice heal items for cheap. The downside is that they lower your Pokemon's friendship, but we're not here to make friends, we're here to go fast.
Yeah, the friendship is pretty irrelevant in this run. Let's see if I can do this optimally. This is where the bonks are very important. So here I walk straight for one tile, so I don't have to turn right away. Skip turn frames.
Pro tech.
Oh, perfect. Saved all the frames.
Yeah, the way this gym works is if you go in front of certain holes, you've got trainers that jump out at you. But
Yeah.
it's always the same layout every time. So as long as you remember where to go, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I really like gyms where it's like, or just puzzles in general, where it's like if you know the solution, then you get fast. You gotta go fast. There's some other gym puzzles that are the same. That matter. Okay, so this is where I want to set up the death warp, and this Slugma has smog.
Didn't go for it yet.
Slugma has smog.
There we go. This is what can happen. Smog only has a 70% chance to hit, and if it does hit, it only has a 40% chance to poison. So every time you use a smog, you have a 28% chance of getting poisoned, which is what we are looking for here.
my God.
But it's just missing smog over and over again.
I forgot to do the strat. Poison, please. Come on.
No.
To reset. You can stall for 1 turn by using tackle when you're at +3. Forgot to do that because that also manipulates him into always using smog from that point on.
But like if he uses too many, if too many turns go by without him using smog, he just has no way to stall without using his valuable resources up. Oh, there we go. That's
Okay,
better.
That's good. So now I need to pay attention to my health. Oh, this is gonna go. Yeah. Because I want to set up to like +4, so if I lose too much health, he's gonna use overheat and kill me. So that kind of sucks. Because now I'm pretty high health. I guess I could have set up the 4th one on the next Slugma. Could use like flamethrower. That's fine.
Well, the reason they're not really going for overheat is because it's a really powerful fire type move, but also lowers the special attack of the user, so they don't really go for it right away unless they think they're
Unless
gonna
it
die.
kills, yeah.
Alright, good, you didn't miss. Torkoal's got a load of defense, that's why you need all those X attacks.
We used to two-shot it. But then we didn't do the death warp because we had Abra with the teleport. But now you could do 2 different strats, but I'm gonna do the one that's currently a bit slower just because I have more health, but I think this is it's more fun. So now I wanna die and we're just gonna walk
For a stroll.
for a bit. Don't worry about it, Flannery, it's okay.
We're increasing our friendship to compensate for those herbs we bought. Flannery's just looking at you like, are you drunk?
What
Are you ill?
doing? Stop teasing me. You won.
Just
You
rubbing
beat
it in her
me.
face. Victory lap.
Let's go like this. Oh, there we go. And straight to Petalburg we go. So that's where we want to go, because this is the next gym. So that's really cool. They also kind of use that in Emerald. It's kind of nice. I actually came up with that when we switched to Abraless. I was like, oh, we should do a death warp somewhere, because now we can actually do that, and yeah, this works perfectly.
So Norman doesn't fight you until you have full badges, which is why we had to do all that before coming back here. And this gym's pretty interesting because you have a choice of several different rooms. There's like there's three gym trainers that you have to fight. You have to make a choice every time as to what theme they'll follow. So you have like speed or accuracy as your first one, and you pick accuracy so that you're faster after a mudshot.
Yeah, and this is actually like one of the worst fights because it has Sing and Attract, and it just used an X accuracy, but just went for double slap, so that was nice. Pretty lucky.
Sing can put you to sleep, which means you can't do anything, and if you're attracted, you have a 50% chance of not being able to do anything, so really nice they just went for the damaging move instead.
Really lucky. So if I'm gonna get a crit, or I guess another crit, this would be the one. Then I go through the X defend, do a lot of damage. No crits, but that's fine.
I don't remember what the other rooms are on this one.
This one is he uses a guard spec.
Guard spec.
So then you can't lower its speed.
Yeah, okay.
And
the other one's healing, is it? There's like three.
Yeah,
I think,
there's
on this
three.
one.
Yeah, the other one's healing. But yeah, since he uses a guard spec, you can't lower its speed, and he has headbutt that he uses a lot, and that can flinch you, and yeah, that's
And
just
again,
really annoying.
if you get flinched by something that's faster than you lose that turn basically.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm hoping to kill this guy before, or this girl actually, before it gets to attack me. Okay, that's a good roll. It's not actually guaranteed to two-shot, but this should be guaranteed.
Good stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah, Zangoose has got a lot of attack and can score a critical hit with Slash. It's got a higher crit rate than other moves.
Yeah, so Slash will crit 1 in 8 times, whereas a normal is 1 in 16. And actually the other room also uses a dire hit, which also boosts the critical rate, so then it becomes a 1 in 4 to crit. So that's why I picked the left room instead of the right room, because if he crits me, I might die, but if the other one uses an X attack, but that doesn't really kill me. If it doesn't crit, at least. Okay. So this is Dad, and he has Slacking, which is a really strong Pokemon, but it gets kind of nerfed by only being able to attack every other turn. So that's I'll reuse both. That's how we can set up our axe attacks.
Yeah, well, Slacking has monstrous stats, has a load of HP, a massive amount of attack. Like its base stat total is the same as Kyogre for reference. It's insane. But I went for Feint Attack there, which is a special move, so it doesn't do as much as Facade.
This might not kill.
Okay, good.
Nice. So when you do 3 attacks on a Pokemon, then and if it's not guaranteed, then the damage ranges really come into play. It's kind of fun to calculate with that, because he also has healing items, so you don't want to do too much damage to knock him into healing, but you still need to do enough damage to actually kill him. And yeah, that's really quite something to figure out. So we used to go to +5 and 2-shot him, but it's faster this way. Okay, so this guy has Focus Punch, and on the kind of has like 2 partial turns in one turn. The first one is a priority that like charges up the attack, and then if he doesn't get hit by anything, then the attack gets through, but if he gets attacked, then he doesn't. He loses his focus and can't attack, so that's really a nice way to avoid damage. Yeah, that's really hard fight actually, so that was really good.
Focus Punch is 150 power fighting type attack, so it's ridiculously powerful if it hits. You just have to hope you don't miss Mudshot.
Yeah, that's basically it. And
Like
It's
so
also-
many fights in the run. Hope you don't miss Mudshot.
basically. It's also why I healed on the turn before, or like the Pokemon before, because I want to be higher than half HP. Because he also has Facade, and that can kill if I'm at half. And if both can kill, it's kind of a 50-50 for which one he goes, and I want him to use Focus Punch, so I just heal above that. And now we get the move Surf, which is a really powerful move. It's 95 power, which is really great. So we're gonna just teach it right away. Why not?
So now 3 out of our 4 moves are HM moves, but it just works out really nicely on Marshtomp.
Oh, oops.
Surf is like a big part of why water types are so good in speedruns in general. Just like not only the water type is a great type, you just basically get a free 95 power attack to use on them as well.
Yeah. And in other gens, I think you get it a bit earlier sometimes. Well, I guess it kind of depends.
It depends on the game.
Yeah. Just remember in Gen 2 it's pretty early.
Yeah, in Gen 2 you get it before the 3rd gym, before the 4th gym rather.
Yeah. Viking not on point.
Yeah, time for some donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, we got $5 donation from Fingers to Hand. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To go fast is my real test, to finish is my cause.
Then we have Anonymous donating $6 saying,
Thanks.
then we have Anonymous donating $20 saying, come on chat, throw your money. We have a $90 donation from Anonymous saying, loving this marathon, sad to see it end. Here's $90 towards naming Kyogre Fingers.
Okay, that's some pretty hard movement right there with the bike to skip all of those trainers. I did perfectly. And that right there saves 44 frames.
This is where Steve.
Pretty important.
This is where you get your free Latios, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the remakes
Wrong
you get a free legendary here, but this game's a little more hardcore than that.
No freebies.
Yep.
So you can't actually bike through the tall grass to get off. When I get off, I want to run into that to go as fast as possible. Lovely box. Also, you might have noticed that I'm usually talking to trainers rather than just walking in front of them. It's because they get the classic exclamation mark above their head if you do so, which is slower than just talking to them. It's a very common strat throughout the entire Pokemon series. However, I'm gonna do it on this guy because I want him to move forward. Now you can really see the diversity in the Team Aqua Pokemon.
Oh yeah. What are we going to see next? I couldn't possibly guess.
Come on, buddy.
What do you think? Corphish is a cool water type. We haven't seen that yet. Maybe you'll bring that out. Nice Crawdon. Water Dark would fit perfectly with Team Aqua, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Never seen it. What was this? Carvanha? Never seen this before.
Yeah. So actually, the team Magma has an entirely different Pokemon set.
Yeah.
As in, they have Numels instead of Carvanas.
That's actually it. Yeah. I think it's any other difference.
And if you're wondering why we run Sapphire instead of Ruby, it's because of the legendary.
Yes, it's not because of the teams.
No. They do cause some differences, but yeah, Kyogre is so much faster than Groudon. It's quite insane.
I guess this would be one of the stronger cases to separate the paired games, but they're just not different enough. I mean, I think I remember Amoeba was talking about it at one point. It's like, you know, maybe we could make Ruby a different game, but then he like rooted it, and it was like, yeah, it's basically Sapphire but with a worse Pokemon at the end.
Yeah. Right, swap these with Sandy. Menuing is also a big part of Pokemon speedrunning. It's not my greatest part.
Yeah, but if you move your items around, it's just easier to access them, or faster to access them when you need them.
Do you have time for some more donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, we have $25 from Nido Noku. Hello ESA! Thank you to all the runners for putting on a great marathon, especially to the amazing Mario 64 relay on Thursday. Funniest speedrun in years. Good RNG to epicdudeguy playing my favorite game series, Pokémon Forever.
Thanks for the good luck. I'll need it.
We have Fisting Guru donating $10 saying, Jakin style in chat for the children. And then we have $10 from Anonymous saying, let's go for 100K. Toast Ender donates and says, throws money. We have Anonymous donating 10 saying, halfway there, enjoy your last run, and have a safe trip home, everybody. Greetings from Arnhem, Holland.
Thanks. I don't know why I use mud shots. Not necessary, but... Alright.
Show off your whole moveset.
It used to be necessary to kill Wilmer, but not anymore. So yeah, this time around, Brendan was fairly easy to beat. So we actually have a move that does quite some damage.
Also, he doesn't use grounds, that's nice. What does he? Can he?
No, he has like let's see, focus energy, magnitude, takedown, and
Okay.
something.
All those garbage moves.
What else does he have? Must have another move. Maybe like Ember or something. I don't know. Something that he never uses.
Yeah. You're gonna show off your battling skills to
Yeah.
Steven here.
He's gonna watch me. See what he says. Oh yeah.
Yeah, intriguing. Yes,
Intriguing battle
indeed.
style.
Yes, rather.
I must agree with that. Very intriguing. So we have to do that because there's a Kecleon blocking the gym. He's invisible. But now we get to scope him. Now we're already at the 7th gym. Wait, what
Is it
am I
the
saying?
6th
6th gym? Whoops. I know how to count, guys, don't worry.
Getting close
And
to.
yeah, this is kind of where you are a little bit gimped. Really starting to notice being underleveled. And it's a really big factor here because those few extra levels would actually give you an evolution. Which is quite a big deal, but we don't get there quite yet.
It's coming soon though.
Hope we're not getting berated in chat for not being able to count.
We have a $10 donation from Boofu2K saying, let's reach the 100K, everybody in chat. Put $1 in. Thank you, Boofu.
So a very interesting puzzle. This guy has didn't go that far. He has very interesting vision as well. It's like one tile of vision.
He's like me after I lost my glasses.
Oh. Did not need to heal. Alright. This fight is kind of bad actually. The start, well, it's basically the start of it. She leads with Swellow, and Swellow has double team. We can't quite one-shot it yet. We have to set it up. And even then, it's not guaranteed. So, yeah. It's kind of bad, but let's see what we get.
Yeah, if it uses its
So we need to get
evasiveness-
through.
Oh, there you go. That was 60% to hit. Now it's 50%. Good stuff.
Now we need to hit the range.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Evasiveness boosting works slightly different to the other stats. They decided that it would be too OP to have it, like, if it goes by one stage, have it. What would it be otherwise? It would be like 66% after one boost, but here it's like only it's 75% after one boost. So it's a little bit nicer if you a little bit nicer than if they'd have used the same formula they use for your other stats, but still pretty bad if it gets off a few double teams.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna set up a bunch. I want to be in Torrent after this. Okay, that sucks. I have to heal first. Just need to set up one more item, so one more attack, please.
Your Pelipper would quite often go for Protect, but it hasn't really done it this time around. It's just been
Oh,
going.
you used some protects.
Yeah, but then he just went in and tried.
Yeah.
But we're on Torrent now, so that's nice.
Yeah, this is good because I need Torrent to Oko the Skarmory.
Skarmory's got a lot of defense and it resists all our physical moves, so gotta surf against it.
But we set up all the strengths for Altaria, so we can also one-shot it.
Because that resists our water move, being a dragon type.
There you go. Easy.
And that's your 7th badge. Sorry.
I wish.
Yeah, the 7th badge, that might be a bit of a struggle to get.
Yeah, that's
Look forward to that, guys.
the
I know I am.
actual worst fight in the game. But we gotta do some more plot first. And some more biking. It's always fun. Smooth.
That's right. Didn't get hit. It's all good. Berry use Cure Confusion if the Pokemon's holding it and gets confused. We'll be using that Well, definitely, we were giving that to Pokemon once, and it might also be helpful if we run out of heal powders, full heals, and all that, just to cure confusion.
So I actually didn't go the wrong way there. I just went to Lillicove City for a very brief time, just to trigger the fly location, because now I'll be able to fly there later.
Yeah, we have Fly now, and with Fly you can return to any location you've already been to that has, well, any town you've already been to.
This is a very sad place. Like a graveyard for Pokemon.
So naturally, it's the perfect location to fight Team Aqua.
Did kind of a cheeky strat there that barely saved any time, but it's pretty interesting. Because when you're on the bike and you go to a new area, it tries to load 2 soundtracks at once. But if you get off just before you enter, it only needs to load 1 soundtrack, and that's it's less lag that way. So you save a bit of time. But it's like less than a second, so still cool though. Oh. It's kind of supposed to go from below, but
Sub-2's dead.
it's fine.
Yeah, time for some donations?
Sure.
Alright, we have a $10 donation from this Swedish troll that says, "Just want to thank all the lovely hosts for making this an amazing experience for my first ever ESA. Would love to come back next year."
We have an anonymous donation of $5 saying 96K. Boop.
And we got a $12 anonymous donation that says, "John UK89 forced me to donate, so I will use this money to call Kyogre after fingers."
Getting close to that 100k, guys. I know you can do it.
Indeed. We've got $20 from Bal on Bal without a message. And then we have anonymous donating 5 saying, "Excellent marathon. Thanks to the speedrunners, moderators, commentators, and the Russian Rim. Thank you all. Greetings from Estonia."
And now then, finally we get to evolve. So I'm gonna do the strat of not touching the controller.
Sorry.
So you can actually cancel the evolve by pressing B.
Yeah, that is
It's
never
awful.
that's never used in any speedrun as far as I no, not as far as I can think of anyway. The advantage of not evolving would be you can learn certain moves sooner, but you want that power right away.
You gain a lot of stats by evolving, usually. So now the foul man stole the red orb.
Oh, such language. Banned from Twitch.
You get to chase him with the blue orb. Go Robin. Oh no, what's happening?
Is it that foul man? Oh, sorry. Oh, I mean my posse mouse.
Oh, it's them, no. Yeah, we'll never find your hideout in Lillicove City.
He just can't help himself.
Can't find it. Wonder where their hideout in Lillicove City would be.
I don't know.
Could it be in Lillicove City?
We could start at Liverpool City, I guess. The arrival just standing outside the department store, which we completely ignore.
Not gonna serve there yet, because don't have a repel active.
Well, a bit of bad luck there.
Didn't matter. Server encounters are not that likely, so you can YOLO this part. But didn't work out this time. Oh, I think this is the hideout.
What tipped you off? Maybe it's the thing that says Aqua Hideout in the top left.
I think it has pretty good security though. Like they'll probably notice me soon, right? And, like kick me out or something.
You're like Solid Snake here. Metal Gear. It's quite a long detour, but it is... Well, it's not 100% necessary, but it's... Like, there is some kind of weird manipulation you can do to catch Kyogre, but that's pretty inconsistent, so I'm just going to get the Master Ball
Well, it's
instead.
not inconsistent, it's just hard.
Well, I mean, you know, you're not consistently going to get it.
For us puny humans, it's
Yeah.
inconsistent. It's a 2-frame window.
The
That's
sausage
the best you
fingers.
can get. So. Still haven't noticed me yet.
No, just if you'd only turned that one tile later. This next guy though, I mean, there's that girl there. I mean, surely she'll notice. Oh,
Yeah,
that,
like she's looking
she's
directly
gonna look
in the
directly
path
in
where
the
I have
path,
to go.
yeah. Oh,
Oh.
well, okay. I guess she just doesn't care. We just blend in so well with Team Aqua.
Well secured. Actually, don't know my health right now. Oh, that's the wrong Pokemon. So yeah, it's kind of weird that you don't have to fight anyone in the hideout, because in the Japanese version, you actually have to fight at least one of them. Like the girl we were joking about, she has more vision, so she actually sees you. Wait, no. I think it's another one. Oh, never mind. But there's one that you have to fight. And the Japanese version is always earlier than the other versions, so... It's kind of weird that they changed that.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a range.
Nice safety crit there.
That's how you get ranges.
That's
Crit.
that's it. That's the strat.
Is this a good time for donations?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So we've got $5 from Anonymous saying, Dazoon here. Who is your favorite waifu from all the Pokemon games? epicdudeguy, Kappa.
Oh god.
We got a $10 donation from Scaddison. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time.
I'm having a ball. Then we have $20 from Anonymous saying, I would like to name the plant Laura. Love you, Laura, my British cutie.
Aww. Well, the world wants to know. I think I haven't forgotten about the waifu question.
Yeah, well, most girls in these games are like 10 years old, but Gen 7 has... I think Olivia should be old enough, right?
Get out of here. Hiker David all the way. He's my favorite waifu. Okay, that should be your final final shot, but we might buy some more healing items at the end for safety, but
Yeah, depending on what happens.
we'll see. We will see.
This is where we get dive.
Yeah, we gotta follow that submarine, so we need dive, but to use it, we have to get the 7th badge for real.
This move was also introduced in this generation. It's kind of like Fly, but instead you go underwater instead of in the air. And that's a really useful move to have for especially this fight, or the gym fight. which is not quite the next fight, but
4 out of 4 of our moves are HM moves now.
yep.
I don't think we mentioned this, but you can't forget HM moves unless you go to the move deleter. Not that we'd really need to.
That would be pretty slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, slowly but surely, Swampert becomes an HM slave. Which is fine, because we're gonna get switched very soon. Wow.
Nice, nice torrent.
Pretty good health, because I have to heal now.
Dang.
Nightshade would exactly kill me.
Yeah, Nightshade does damage based on, it's just like based on the level of the Pokemon using it. So it would do 37 damage when used by this Zatu. So we haven't really seen the. We've talked a little bit about the double battle mechanic, but we haven't seen it in action yet. And because it's a new feature in Generation 3, they decided to make gym leaders based around the concept. And since you're only using one Pokemon, it makes it kind of tough because you got to basically beat 2 Pokemon at once.
Yeah,
with,
it's just an awful fight.
With your main and a few sacrificial lambs.
Yeah. In Emerald, the double battles are a bit better, but in this game, obviously they have 2 targets to choose from, and they just choose it randomly, which is awful. And they also have the same speed as each other, so you don't know which one's gonna go first. It's also random, and that makes for some really interesting fights because a lot of different things can happen. So first we're gonna outspeed them with the next speed and then heal to full and see what happens. Okay, that's at least not the worst start yet.
Boomstone has a lot of annoying moves.
Okay, that's fine.
That's pretty.
So now I can use Surf and Rain Dance.
Probably won't get off the rain dance,
Yeah,
but we
it's
can at
just-
least try.
So Solrock has Solar Beam, which kills Swampert. I didn't go for it yet. So that was okay. So now I'm gonna have to get this range.
Surf does less damage because it's attacking multiple targets.
Yeah.
So that's why he's using
Oh, man.
dive just to target one, even though it's a weaker move.
Right. Yeah. It's
But
because
just missed out, unfortunately.
normally you would dive when it uses Solar Beam, but this time it didn't work out that way. But dive does more damage than Surf because of the thing we just talked about. Just didn't quite do enough.
That's okay because we're giving Lunaton a chance to show off its more annoying moves. Okay, just like Psychic again.
Okay, now we got Solar Beam. So it's absorbing light. Then we can dodge it by diving. So dodge Hypnosis.
You could Powder Snow by mistake.
No, you don't want to do Rain Dance
Oh, you
here
don't want to,
because
okay.
then Sora gets to use Sunny Day
right,
before
right.
you.
I see.
Yeah. Because then nothing kills anymore.
Oh, the
Like
strats.
then Solar Beam doesn't kill, and if it targets, if Sora targets
I
Swampert
see.
at full health, it doesn't have any move that can kill, so it just uses Sunny Day, and then
But now because it's raining, you should be able to kill with
this
Surf.
should be good. So now this will die. It's guaranteed.
Yeah, rain boosts your water type move by 50%. So really nice that Castle was able to get it off there. Often it just dies, but nice when it works out like that.
That
There's
shouldn't
Calm
matter.
Mind. That's
That's not gonna matter.
if it used it earlier, that would have been pretty annoying because it means it does more damage with Psychic and also takes less damage from Surf.
There we go.
But Just too little, too late.
That was a good fight.
Good stuff. Second try is pretty alright for a marathon, really.
Just got unlucky the first time for not getting the range. It's like, what is it again? I don't remember. I think it's more than 70%, so. Now I see what IGN was about. It's a lot of water.
It's quite a lot of water.
So this is where Team Aqua went with the submarine that they stole. Just gonna beat him up again. And I used the max repel in a specific spot so that it runs out right right here normally.
Well,
I didn't think I messed anything up.
might have been in the gym. Maybe. Did you take an extra step in the gym? I don't know, I can't remember.
Maybe, I don't know. Usually
Well,
you
anyway.
don't. Like, because the puzzle is like very set path. I don't know. I guess I took 2 steps too much somewhere. But yeah, then you can combine using a max repel with manipulating that spinner. Small optimization. Did I bork it? No, okay. There's multiple ways of doing it.
This time Shelly's positioned herself so that she can't possibly miss you because you got to run that one tile like right in front of her.
This fight's kinda annoying, because we don't have any good moves for her. For the Sharpedo at least.
Yeah, we got to get rid of Mud Shot for our
All the other
H's.
moves are contact moves. And Surf doesn't do much. So just use Surf and Swing. Then we should have exactly enough Surfs left. Now he's gonna probably kill himself. Yeah. That's okay. We kind of want lower HP, so this is fine.
Yeah, time for some donations.
Yep.
We got a $10 donation from Anonymous. Shout out from Hong Kong. You guys are amazing. Let's make it to 100k.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
We got another $3 donation from Ion. Thank you for the great event.
Hold it right there.
Now he's gonna use his. Oh wait, that's after. That's after the fight.
Gotta beat him up first.
Oops, gotta fight him
Don't
first.
get ahead of yourself.
Yeah. So this fight's kind of interesting. It's pretty random still, even if you're low HP. There we go. But he uses Scary Face. That's why we use the guard spec. Now I want to set up to 2 specials, and depending on what he does, an X speed.
He's a clever guy, is Archie.
He didn't hit me, so I want to manipulate Torrent for his last Pokemon.
Why aren't you scared yet?
So I go to the Crowet earlier, so he hits me twice. Use next speed, he hits me. And I'm still slower. He hits me again. It's perfect. His last Pokemon is Sharpedo, and even though it's resistant, it resists water, it's still pretty weak defensively, so you can kill it with +2 in Torrent. And that's Archie down. But with this red orb, I can make Kyogre really angry.
Yeah, this yeah, I don't know what Archie was really thinking. Red orb, blue Pokemon. You might have got the colors a bit wrong there. Maybe he's colorblind. I shouldn't put the guy down.
Yeah. So he got the wrong orb. Unfortunate.
You have time for a quick donation?
Yeah.
We have a $50 donation from Jack of Hearts. Hey all at ESA. So sad I wasn't able to join any of you this year. I had a great time last year's ESA and I was hoping to come again. Got paid yesterday, so here's $50 to name the Kyogre Planks. Shout out to Sherry, Cord, Salad and the rest of the Kingdom Hearts crew, and I expect to see you all again at ESA 2018. Jack of Hearts.
Yeah, Kyogre's coming up pretty soon. We don't need to lock it down yet, but yeah, if you want to change the name to something you want, you don't have much time left.
Yeah, get on it.
So now Kyogre is really angry and it's raining all over Hoenn, which is the region we're in. So we gotta calm it down somehow.
Yeah, people are pretty worried about this rain. It doesn't look that bad,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it's like some mild rain.
Typical Scottish autumn day, to be honest.
Like, what are you even worried about? Like, they're actually worried that the landmass is gonna drown because of the rain?
It's not happened.
Somehow that makes sense, I guess. Oops.
Let's get some extra reassurance from Steven. It'll be okay. You'll be fine.
You sure?
I believe you'll be all right.
Oh. You can see that. Oh, that was really smooth actually. It's probably the best I've ever done that movement.
I just want to quickly say that we have now closed down the bid war for naming Kyogre.
Okay.
Do you want the name now or do you want us... yeah.
Yeah, just give it now.
Alright. And the winner and the name of Kyogre is Fingers.
Oh.
Nice.
We just need Robin on our couch. We'll have the whole party.
Yeah. Oh, it's too far. Oh, will it catch? Oh, nice.
Didn't get the 1 in 256 chance to miss. But actually, I think.
suboptimal naming.
Rip sub 2.
Okay, don't candy the wrong thing. It's kind of bad.
Dang. Don't say that about Four Fingers. He's doing his best.
So its stats are random, but you know, it's still a really good Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter that much in matter of speed, but mostly matters for like what you do. Like there's some things you can make it quicker, or some things you need to do in order for you to beat stuff. And the candy helps a lot, actually.
So this puzzle is just, you have to stand on each of the ice blocks once before the stairs appear. And if you step on it more than once, you can fall down to the basement. And this pansy here is saving so that that doesn't happen. Because you will have to fight a bunch of trainers to get back up.
It's just that sometimes the game controller doesn't really
Yeah, sure. The game's
like
controller.
you, and then if you fall down, you lose like 10 minutes. So better. Like I'm gonna want to save in front of the gym anyway, so might as well save there. So Kyogre's stats are pretty high, just like base stats, and it also has the ability to drizzle, which makes it rain when you send it out. And that boosts water moves, which is pretty great.
Kyogre is a water type. Shockwave is really nice just for plowing through these water types you're fighting. You've got some pretty decent coverage with all your
Yeah, it
moves.
has amazing coverage.
Yeah, I mean you've got like the only things that resist water are water and grass, and you have Shockwave for water types and Ice Beam for grass types. So there's really nothing that you can't hit for big damage.
So I had to use Hydro Pump there because he used Amnesia, which boosts his special defense by 2 stages. Here I'll need to use Hydro Pump on a water Pokemon, which might sound weird, but actually does more damage than Shockwave by a little bit.
Yeah, with the rain and with the same type attack bonus, which is 50%. Hydro Pump is just a little bit more
And
powerful.
also Hydro Pump has a lot of base power, so
Yeah.
120 power is pretty good.
Disadvantage is that it only has 80% accuracy. So and it only has 5 power points.
It's 85.
It's 80. Fire Blast is 85.
I thought it was 85.
Nah, it's 80.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
not. It's the same as Rock Tomb. It's
Right.
so that's why you'd want to use. Well, that and its low power points is why you'd want to use Shockwave more often against these water types when you can get away with it.
Okay, now we have all the gym badges.
This TM, he just gives you a really bad TM here. Water Pulse, 60 power when surface 95 and can be learned by like any water type, pretty much.
So these are all the trainers that you have to beat if you fall down.
Yeah, once you beat the gym leader of any gym, the gym trainers won't challenge you anymore.
So I quit the person because Water Pulse can confuse, and Love Disc has Sweet Kiss, which also confuses you. He didn't use it this time, but Nope.
But yeah, now we have everything we need. We're just heading off to the Pokemon League now.
I think I always got lost playing casually as a little kid. All
Yeah,
this
the-
water.
Yeah, these water
Like,
routes go in
where
like
do you go?
every direction. I thought it was pretty cool. I quite like getting lost in Pokemon games, to be honest. Maybe I'm just weird.
You get to new places.
This is what you need a waterfall for, just to get to Victory Road, which is the last little cave before the Pokemon League. It's a little less powerful than Surf, but it's generally good enough.
Yeah.
And you need to teach something Waterfall anyway.
Usually use it against stuff that either is weak or just regular to water damage. And the devs were nice enough to put all the grass Pokemon after you get Kyogre.
Yeah, it's quite nice, because you got Ice Beam for them. They expect you to have Flash here to make that circle of life a bit bigger, but if you know where you're going, you don't need it.
Makes the movement kind of hard, because you have to just know how many tiles you have to move before turning. These fights are a pretty good example of how strong Kyogre is. Just one-shot everything.
Yeah.
Like Swampert wouldn't be able to do this.
And if you're playing Ruby, neither would Groudon.
Yeah. Fights aren't really that interesting.
Wait, although this next Pokemon can
Oh,
deal
yeah.
damage.
That's a quick attack. Let's see if we get lucky.
Oh, so unlucky. God, if Sub 2 wasn't dead before, it is now.
It's almost over already. Almost the 2-hour mark.
I don't know.
Rip the run.
Pokemon's pretty good. I think you can do it.
Fingers used waterfall. Oh, I missed the... Normally you can see where you have to go, but went a bit too far. Oh man, apparently the last stretch is really long.
How did these guys get here with just like a cactus? I mean, I know we got this far with mostly just a Swampert, but still. Couldn't do that, can't do that with everything. Don't know how did he beat Flannery, man? Whatever. The end's right there, what are you saving for?
Probably not really necessary, but you know.
Oh, ambush.
I have to hit a Hydro Pump, and if I miss it, it's pretty bad. Here's Wally again. This time he has quite the team. But we just have that one Pokemon that's just really good. So what can you do?
To everyone who thinks this is unfair, in Emerald you get a level 70 Rayquaza, so this is nothing.
I don't know what they were thinking with that. Like way over-leveled and overpowered. Rain continues to fall.
Yeah, in the newer games, Drizzle only works for 5 turns, but in this game, when Drizzle activates, then rain just continues to fall until the weather changes from like another weather move
We hit the Hydro Pump.
or weather
Very nice.
ability. Wow, Pack, you are strong after all.
Whatever, I'll just buy some full restores. Always nice. Usually just skip those, but
But since sub 2 is dead, you might as well.
oh, that's wrong. There we go.
Right, so when you put Pokemon in the PC, they get fully healed, so you don't. So you don't have to take the center, and it also means that you just have fewer Pokemon to take into the Hall of Fame.
We call that double deposit. It's pretty common in Pokemon speedrunning. What is also very common in Pokemon speedrunning is we usually spam the emote Kevin Turtle a lot when reaching the end. So I think it will be nice if we just completely fill the chat with Kevin Turtle throughout the E4. I think that's a pretty good idea.
That would be nice. I mean, I don't have my glasses
Oh,
on, but I
there we
can
go.
still see those emotes.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's basically to wish the runner good luck. It's a symbol of good luck.
Do you have time for some final donations before the champion?
Yeah.
Alright, we have $25 from Casey Frew that says, "Thanks to everyone who made this event possible. I've had a lot of fun and I'm proud to be part of it." We got $20 from Anonymous. We need more donations? Here's my share. And finally, $8 from Anonymous who says, "Thanks for another great event."
Cool.
Big crit.
Better than Swagger though.
You had to say it. You just had to say it. Okay.
Fingers is confused?
You're actually doing that really well.
Just gotta heal off that confusion. Oh, we got the snatch. Snatch is another priority move.
Yeah. Steal it, like if you're going like certain status moves, it basically steals it from you. But we're just going in for the kill, so it doesn't do anything.
So I used the next special to be able to one-shot the Shift 3. It has double team, which I would like to avoid.
Yeah, we know about double team from Winona.
Yeah. we already on the right thing. Seeing all the coming turtles, so beautiful. Phoebe has a ghost Pokemon, and they usually have Curse, as does this one. Okay, so if you miss Hydro Pump, you can use Curse, which is bad.
Yeah, Dusclops is fairly defensive, so you need to attack with Hydro Pump to knock it out. And Curse is a move that, if used by Ghost type, it cuts the Ghost type's user in HP in half, but it lays a Curse on the opponent, and that takes away 25% of your max HP every turn. Really want to avoid that if possible.
Actually didn't pay attention to my speed. So it's gonna be relevant in the next fight. I think I'm slower though. Right, another Hydro Pump. Okay,
That's nice.
very good.
These Dusclops also have pressure, so if you miss, so if you use a move against them, it takes away 2 power points instead of 1. So if you were to miss a Hydro Pump there, then that could potentially be pretty bad if you need to use it on Glacia. Is it Glacia or is it Drake?
Yeah, it's Glacia.
Yeah, Glacia. Okay.
So I think I'm slower. Which is very relevant because Glacia always uses Heal if it's not healing already. And then you lose the boost from the rain. So my water moves aren't as powerful. So if you're faster, you can just kill it right away. If you're slower, you have to sit up. But he has a light screen.
We really don't want to see light stream because that means that your special moves do half their usual damage.
Okay, that's whatever. See if we were actually slower.
Dang. Oh well.
I messed up. It's fine. I think I have good enough special attack to go for... Wait. Oh, right. Light screen is still
Yeah.
on. Well, it should end
It'll
next
end
turn.
next turn,
Ah,
yeah.
but then it's gonna heal again. That sucks. Ah, it's fine. Yeah, that was my bad. Wasted a turn, but it's fine. It's all Gucci. So if you have good enough special attack, you can go to +3, and then you can one-shot the wall rain.
The hail doesn't do a lot of damage, but you see over all these turns it is racking
Yeah.
up.
Usually just like one cycle of hill, not 2. Which is very doable, but I messed it up.
If you give that wall rain turn, it can It can go for a move called Sheer Cold, which will, if it hits, will KO you in one hit. But it's an inaccurate move, and I don't know how often it goes for it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't really have that figured out. But yeah, that's a good reason to avoid it entirely by just one-shotting him.
Nice. That shell bomb can use Protect and waste your time.
I'm quite low health here, actually.
Might be why you didn't go for it. Maybe. I don't know.
Hope I don't get memed. So he has all dragon types and they're weak to ice. So yeah, pretty easy. We just set up an XP so you outspeed everything, and then you spam ice speed.
He has a Kingdra in Pokemon Emerald, which is Water Dragon, so that would be neutral, but not in this game.
But in Emerald you would have
In Emerald you have Rayquaza,
Yeah.
so it's fine. Just
use Outrage.
yeah, you have Dragon type attacks. So
If you have high enough special attack, you can go for, well, I don't have Surf, but sometimes you would teach Surf and you can go for it to avoid the super effective text. Straight down.
So that's the Elite Four defeated. We just have the champion to go. I'll see if we can guess who he is. Someone we've seen before, who's helped us out on our journey.
Yeah.
Could it be Mr. Briny? I don't know.
Professor Birch?
Professor Birch? Yeah. The twist. They'd never do that. They'd
No,
never,
they-
no.
Why would they put the professor as...
So they would.
What?
No, that'd be ridiculous.
That's really weird. Ah, Steven.
Steven.
Could have known.
I know.
This champion battle is very exciting. If you're playing casually. If you're speedrunning, it's pretty easy. So I actually did a strat. Where are my expressions?
It's right there in the
Oh.
middle. Can't see the forest.
Wait, I
full of
only have
trees.
one?
Is that
I
bad?
have one?
Do you need more than one?
With the waterfall strats, yeah. Okay.
Well,
could this work? I don't know.
okay. Just hit Hydro
We'll
Pump.
see.
It'll
I
be
can
great.
just teach Surf.
You have Hydro Pump though.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
be,
only
it's
have
gonna
one
be
of
awesome.
them.
That's all you
So
need.
this will die. So one is not going to die. I think the Metagross. I have to save it for Metagross, and the rest just has to die. This might not die. Oh, still died. Okay.
Okay, good. Metagross should die, surely.
Just improvising right here. Don't worry about it, guys. But the other ones are weak to water, so they'll definitely die. Just need to hit my Hydro Pump.
Yeah. What better way to round up your run than go for that all or nothing 80% accurate move? Yeah.
Actually made it a little bit exciting. Very nice. So yeah, you can also just teach Surf to Kyogre because it's a better move than Waterfall, but yeah, you don't really need it, so you can skip it. It's very nice. And that's yeah. Now Pack is the champion.
Truly
Congrats.
noble Pokemon trainer.
It's not quite time yet, sadly, because it used to be time there, but we changed from in-game time to RTA for several reasons, and the RTA timing is a bit later.
Yeah, we still got a bit more important gameplay before the end, and by that I mean mashing the A button,
Yep.
or maybe even the B button if that's what you're feeling.
I mash A, Y, and B,
Oh my goodness, this man is crazy.
because you can map the Y button to L, and then you can set the options to L equals A.
Dude, these are layers upon layers. We finished the game. You don't have to heap all these strats on me. Goodness me.
And this is where the double deposit strat comes into play, because now this will be quicker. The Hall of Fame will just have one Pokemon. Fingers himself.
Fingers.
And then time is... It's pretty good. Beautiful. Yeah, so that was my run. That was Sapphire. Thanks everyone very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that run. It was pretty decent. Like, my estimate is just really kind of low, so yeah, I was kind of expecting to go over, but it's totally
Yeah,
fine.
a lot of that was because of
It's the last run anyway.
Mudkip presets at the beginning.
Yeah,
but
that too.
yeah, it is what it is.
So yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching ESA, guys.
Yeah.
You've
Really
done
hope you
great.
enjoyed. I sure enjoyed.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, and yeah, you've done great with raising all these donations, and I hope you've enjoyed the speedruns on offer, and enjoyed the memes as well. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed the whole experience
it was
as
very,
much as we
very
did.
good marathon.
We'll be with you in a moment. Hello! Before we give shout outs, I'd like to first of all repeat a couple of the announcements that we made at the start of the event. In case you missed it, at the